Hi, this is Chris from quiltfabric.com, and I'm going to show you how to do this quilt today. It's a version of Lover's Knot. It's also similar to the two other strip quilts that we did about a month ago, Diced Chocolate and Diced Pinks. And we were going to do this one that day, but just after we finished there was this commotion in the back, and we went running and our UPS guy was having a heart attack. So that was a little more important than finishing this, but he's fine. He's having surgery this week and he's going to be good. But anyway, now we're finally getting back to it. That really screwed us up for a while, I tell you. So to do this one, the block looks like this. It's a strip of black, a print strip, a strip of black, and a print strip. And then some of the blocks look more like this. So half the blocks are going to have the black and the inside, and half the blocks have the print here. So in order to make all of them though, the first thing you do is sew 4 strips together, black print, black print. And for this one, after sewing them together, I'm not going to use the whole strip this way. Well, I'm going to cut it in half because then I'm going to press it different ways. So accuracy doesn't count too much on this part. Well, what the heck, I'll try and be accurate. It's against my nature, but you know. So that's halfway. So I'm going to cut this in half, and then I'm going to press half of them with the seam going toward this green, and I'll press the other half with the seams going toward that black. And I wanted to show you how I press because a lot of people have trouble with their strips making like a rainbow instead of going straight. So one of the tips I learned a while ago, I don't remember who this one was from, but if you put striped fabric on your ironing board, and try to ignore that ours has been leaked all over, but if you put striped fabric on, then you can make sure that you are pressing your strips straight and you're not getting that rainbow effect. Because I think a lot of it actually is in the pressing, it's not so much in the sewing. And it was Billy Lauder told me this, that when you think about it, when we press, we kind of press around our bodies, so that's sort of a rainbow effect right there. You almost have to ice skate and go like this. So by putting the stripes on the ironing board and by concentrating on not doing a rainbow, I'm much more likely to get them straight. So I've got that one straight going toward the black, and I'm going to do this. So I'm pressing one strip, or half a strip, toward the black, and I'm pressing the other half a strip down toward the green. So I've done that, and the reason I've done it is now when I flip them over, I can put this one on top of this one, and the seams are going in opposite directions, this way and this way, and so now they will what we call nest up real nice, so that when you turn it back like this, they are matching. So that's going to be a beautiful thing. I'm going to come back over here on the mat and show you how easy this is, because it's just great. This is one of my favorite tricks. So you need a ruler that has a right angle. Oh, I have black and I won't show too well. Let's see. You want a right angle, and you want one that has this tip like this. And it can either be a tip that's black, or it can be a tip that's flat cut off. It can be, here's another brand, but you want one that has that tip cut off, because what that does is allows for the seam allowance. If you don't have one of those, what happens when you make your block is that one in the corner will be smaller, and that drives me crazy. I'm not obsessive about a lot of things, but that drives me crazy if that's that big and this is this big. So you want a ruler that's got that flat spot. So I'm going to use this one. It's called an easy angle. It's got a flat spot, and I'm going to put that flat spot along the top of my section here, and I'm going to make sure that my line is along the bottom here, and I'm going to cut like this. And I also have to clean up this side, which I should have done without cutting toward me, but you know. So I got one cut, and then you rotate this around this way so that your flat spot's down here, and your long side of the triangle is along what you just cut, and this is straight. See, it's going right along that yellow line, and I'm going to cut another one. And I just work my way down like that. Now I'll show you another trick that this is really a good trick. If you have a ruler like this and it's got what you want but it's not long enough, I'll bet nobody ever showed you that I can hang this over the tip like I want, but this isn't long enough. So I can take something else that is long enough, put it like that, but I'm right-handed. So I take a third ruler, put it like this, take this away, and now I can cut where I want. So if that wasn't clear, you'll have to rewind and do it again. So I'm going to make one more. This is easier. So I'm going to take this one, turn around this way, flat spot here, line that up here, because I'm going to get 4 out of a strip. And then I've got this leftover. And rather than waste this leftover, this gets used to make see the checkerboard at the top? There's a checkerboard at the bottom. I used these extras and just sewed them together to make a checkerboard. You know what? I have a sinking feeling that I matched these up wrong. I did. We're going to get a different design than this one. So what happens now is you go over and you sew these on the long side, otherwise known as the hypotenuse to the math geeks, the hypotenuse. And then when it's sewn together, you open it up and we're going to have one block that looks like that. Half the blocks are going to look like that, and half the blocks are going to look like this. So half the blocks have the little color in the center and half have the black. Although in this design I'm going to have the same, whereas here, oh, I was wrong. Gosh, so professional. So professional, I tell you. This is the same, so I did it right. And that's all to it. You've got your blocks done. And now you can spend more time arranging them and having fun than you did making them. And that's all there is to it.